Hey y'all, I'm just in here eating and I was just thinking and you know, it's like let me just press record and talk to you about it. So I was just thinking I went live yesterday. Today is the is January 31st, 2022. And yesterday I did a just a live chat. Nobody was really on, but I just pretty much was just talking and not about anything in particular. I didn't have any notes, any particular thing I wanted to say, other than the fact that I decided to go on a fast because the book is being released March the 6th, 2022, and so it's just like just over a month before the book comes out. And so I was just thinking, like, I wanted to kind of like do a consecration or some type of a meaningful thing. So I came up with a fast. And then, of course, I was trying to figure out, okay, what can I fast from? And so I had explained to you guys before, I don't like to fast from dietary things because I have so many issues with my stomach that, I try not to do anything that's really going to disrupt it much. And so I was thinking about other things that I could do. But, the one thing that I knew would be a good thing for me to give up was listening to my father anymore. I was still watching his sermons and, just making notes, taking notes, doing some live reviews of them and just different things like that. But I realized that I never actually stopped listening to him since I left the church. I never really was able to kind of like purge him out of my system, just kind of get his voice out of my head. And that's what I just really was feeling like I needed to do. I've been thinking about it for a while because I've been, getting so triggered. And like I was just like week after week, service after service, I was just getting re-triggered and just thinking like, I can't continue this trajectory. I felt like I was going to end up snapping, end up doing a video, probably going live, something I can't even, think about or take back. Probably cuss him out and just act a fool. But that's just not me, it's just not my way of handling things. But then, I had to acknowledge and give myself that grace to know that this is an unusual situation. And even though, like, I'll come away from a situation feeling like I should have handled it differently, I have to realize that I did the best I could at the time. And so I give myself some grace knowing that, it's just no real right way. It's just a way. And I guess that's, what I'm able to provide you, people who are watching me, go through my process. It's just like, I'm not saying that what I'm doing is the right way. And I also pray that you all don't judge me and my way of doing it, and determine that it's the wrong way, or feel like that. But I just, think that we all should just realize that it's a way, it's the way that it just is right now. But I was thinking that, this whole fast has really been good for me because I've been able to think about things on a different level. And I was realizing, that one thing that I never actually did was I never actually addressed my father directly. In my videos, I think, I apologize to him, for his childhood experiences in one video that I did last year sometime. Wednesday, it was like last summer. I remember it being warm. But, I had that moment where I kind of grieved, for the little boy that um, that he was, that probably set him on this trajectory to be the man that he is today. And so, I kind of grieved that, the little boy that he was, and I kind of felt like I grieved, I grieved the little boy because, I mean, I didn't really feel like he would. And I felt like the little boy deserved for someone to at least acknowledge and empathize and, reflect on the experiences that he had. And so, I felt like, I felt like it was something that needed to happen, something that I felt like I needed to do. Um, so we won't get into that part though, but the point is that I never actually really addressed my father, and I feel like the way that I've actually been handling things have kind of been a passive aggressive way, which is really not my way, which is probably why it's been so uncomfortable. Why it's so hard to press play, because it's just not my way. That's actually his way, of handling conflict, of handling problems and stuff like that. He handles it in a passive aggressive way. That's not my way. And I was just realizing that maybe for me to have a piece about this severing, the severing that is happening in our relationship. And, we can just say it's a divorce. I'm divorcing my father. And as part of this, of this divide, of this separation, I need to address him directly. I need to address him, and I need to say, what needs to be said. And I feel like I owe it to myself. I don't owe him that. I'm going to give him that. Because at the end of the day, he is a soul. And I have my opinion of, about his reprobate mind or whatever, I have my opinion on that. But at the end of the day, he still has breath in his body. He is still a soul. And if I claim to care and love all these other people that I'm reaching out to that are on my platform, then I think that that's only right that I also extend my father that same love and grace. That's all the love and grace I have left for him, is to finally just address him directly and just let him know exactly what happened, like exactly what he did. That's the right thing to do, right? That's what I feel like I need to do. That's what I feel like I need. And at least, whatever decision that he decides to make, it won't be because I never addressed him and actually said, even though I've tried, I've tried a lot. Like, let's just go ahead and establish that I've tried, okay? But you guys know that when you're dealing with someone who is highly manipulative, toxic, very aggressive and rageful, angry, someone who's very narcissistic, it's not that easy. It's not that easy just to say, hey, this is what you did and this is the harm that it caused, and it's not okay, and I'm not okay with it, and I feel like you wronged me, and I never actually said that directly to him. It was always like the gaslighting and the lies and the blame shifting and the future faking and the, I've changed, and the, well, you're my baby and I'll die for you, and and your mom got shot, and it was always something. It was always a reason. And then it would go into blame. Well, y'all weren't easy kids, and y'all it was just always something that ends up only silencing me, you know and then if it wasn't that, then it was just a rage outburst. um and so this my platform, my channel, my page gives me the opportunity to say exactly what I was prevented from saying all these years, all these attempts. Now I can say it without interruption, you know? And that's what I feel like I need to do. That's what I feel like this fast has afforded me, that clarity of knowing that we've reached that point now. We've reached um that milestone in the journey where it's time that I address my father directly. And I let him know exactly what it is. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I guess you just have to stay tuned for the next video. All right. I love you. Bye bye for now.